Art schools won't tell you this, but the one thing that makes artists successful is not taught in any of the art schools in the world. Today I will reveal what it is and how you can use it. Schools are the biggest con game ever pulled off because the students are trained to live in a fake world where gathering information inside of your brain matters, a fake world where grades matter, a fake world that steals 23 years of your life. The first 23 years of your life you are trained to show the teacher that you understood what she was teaching. But what she was teaching was absolutely not important, and you know that because you look out into the world and you see all of those graduate students not becoming rich, not becoming free, not doing anything worthy with their life. And so you know deep inside that the teachings surely were not that amazing in the first place. When they asked you to make a painting, you made a painting and you showed it to the teacher, and the teacher said it was absolutely gorgeous, amazing. But did she say that because it was beautiful? Of course not. If it was actually beautiful, she would have bought the painting, but she didn't buy the painting. So why did she say it was beautiful? Because you used the color theory that she explained 2 months earlier. And so it was beautiful because it showed her that you understood the lesson. It showed her that her life was meaningful. For a brief moment, she didn't feel insecure about what she was doing. The truth that the teachers don't want to tell you is that they don't look at your painting because it's an interesting painting. They look at your painting because they get paid. You gave them a painting with a $100 bill attached to it, and they looked at the painting, they spent time with the painting, they critiqued the painting because of the $100 bill, not because the painting deserved it. Think about this. All of the students in the classroom didn't care about your painting. None of them showed it to their parents. None of them showed it with the rest of the world. None of them sat in front of the painting thinking about it so profoundly because it was beautiful. The only person that cared was the teacher that got paid. And was it a coincidence that the only person that cared was the person that was getting paid? Of course not. The moment you are paying someone to make sure that they are watching your art is the moment you live in a fake world. And what happens if you take all of those fake world metrics, those fake world theories and those fake world strategies, and then you try them out in the real world? Well, you will quickly figure out that nobody buys your art, that nobody likes your art, that nobody shares your art, that nobody consumes your art, that nobody cares. And then you realize that the first 23 years of your life were a complete lie. The real world works on a completely different set of rules, and luckily, it's very easy to learn this different set of rules because in fact there is only one rule that you have to take into account. And the moment you understand this rule, you can actually start selling your art. The moment you understand this rule, the collectors will be lining up waiting to buy your work. The moment you understand this rule, people will start admiring your work. The girls will start to line up and think by themselves, wow, this mystical aura of this artist is absolutely amazing. Now this real world vs fake world concept is a very profound idea. The moment you realize this, you can look back at the schooling system and see all of these teachings and realize they don't matter. Line quality doesn't matter, perspective doesn't matter, color doesn't matter, composition doesn't matter, meaning behind the work doesn't matter, it all doesn't matter. These are all fake world concepts that are designed to make the grading process easier. These are concepts invented by the schooling system that have no impact on the real world. Nobody has ever said to themselves, oh my god, my life is so amazing because I have this two-dimensional surface on the wall that also has perspective. Nobody has ever said that because nobody actually cares about those things. And so the questions you've been asking yourself are the wrong questions. How can I draw more realistically? How can I draw with more perspective? How can I draw faster? How can I draw from photo instead of imagination or the other way around? These are all fake world questions designed by the schooling system. Fake world questions that don't actually matter. And so the question becomes, what question should you be asking? And there is only one question you should be asking because there's only one question that the real world cares about. Does this thing that I'm doing, this painting that I'm making, provide value to other people? That is the question you should be asking. When you are doing mathematics, when you are writing emails, when you are making paintings, when you are making videos, whatever it is, you ask the question, does this provide value to other people than myself? Whenever the answer is yes, people will pay you lots of money for it. And whenever the answer is no, you will work a slave job. And don't be mistaken, working 5 days a week and then getting 4 weeks of vacation every single year is an absolute slave job. Back in the worst period to be alive, the Dark Ages, the peasants got 120 days off to do a pilgrimage by foot. 120 days. This was one of the selling points of Christianity. 120 holidays. And so 4 weeks of vacation is an absolute slave job. And then the question becomes, why is the schooling system not teaching this method? Why is the schooling system not saying, hey, the only thing that matters is whether or not what you do provides value to other people? Why are they not teaching you to not be a slave? And the answer is, of course, very simple. The school was never designed to make you win. The school was never designed to make you free. The school was never designed to make sure that you would become an absolute superpower. The school was designed to make you a slave. The less capable you were, the more you would tell all the other people to buy degrees. And then the circle is round and they make all the money. And you, all the other people, they just become slaves. The school was designed to create working bees doing as they are told. And now it all makes sense. 23 years of your life. 23 years of your life, the least you could have expected was becoming filthy rich by now and having 2 hot girls on each arm. People that don't have a degree and spend 23 years of their life building businesses, all of them become rich. But the degree people, the degree peasants, they just sit in traffic all day. They are not rich. You understand as well as I do that all of these people, these artists that learn these fake world concepts, step out into the real world and none of them make any money. And so what do they do if they don't make money? They have to work a regular job because their art degree doesn't grant them any access to other jobs. A job where they will get paid $25,000 a year, of which they will use $20,000 to live, and then $5,000 to pay off their $150,000 degree. And so if you do the math, it will take them 4 to 5 decades to pay off that debt. Coincidentally, the same amount of time that they have left on this planet. And so then it all makes sense. This is by design. They have designed these schooling systems to turn people into slaves under the umbrella of free choice, telling them, hey, you had a choice. And why do they put it under the umbrella of free choice? Because free choice is very powerful. The moment you choose it is the moment you become unable to see the slavery trap that you fell into. And so the number one priority is to change this schooling mindset into a real world mindset. You have to ask yourself, what is my art going to do for other people's lives? How is my art providing value to other people? And so how are you going to do that? Well, you have to figure out what collectors, customers want. You have to understand them. Whoever understands collector best wins the game. That's the game that all successful artists and all galleries are playing in the world right now. And you have to start to play that game yourself. And in order to help you do that, I've made a free PDF with all the art collector personality types and the problems that they are facing. And then what I suggest you do after you've downloaded that is go through that list and ask yourself, which of these collector personality types are in line with my art? Which problems are they having? And how is my art going to solve those problems? How is my art going to provide value to those other people? If you follow this simple one-step rule, you will be outperforming 99% of artists. If you follow this rule, you will be selling art. If you follow this rule, you will have collectors lining up to buy your work. And after you figured all of this out, you know which problems your art is solving and you know which type of collectors you are targeting. There's one element of the equation left. You have to figure out how to actually sell to those people. And in order to help you with that, I've made a video, Best Selling Secrets Galleries Won't Tell You, the $5,000 rule. Link in the description and in the end screen. Don't forget the free PDF. That said, get the hell out of here.